So terrible news if you're a Cleveland Browns fan. This is the Luka effect right here. Myles Garrett just requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns. It is official. There's been a lot of rumors that he was going to do this. And I'm telling you, man, that crazy NBA trade, the biggest trade in all of sports history, I really do think that has a trickle effect here. And he even released a statement on Instagram. It went like this: While I've loved calling this city my home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It has always been to compete for and win a Super Bowl. With that in mind, I have requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. And, Browns ownership, Browns management have already said, quote, we're not entertaining offers for him. And they remain stuck on that stance. But I'm telling you, in this situation, the player always has the power, and Myles will just hold out. And not only that, man, I know the Browns aren't an A+ organization, and they're definitely pretty shady, considering the fact that they gave Deshaun Watson one of the highest guaranteed contracts in NFL history. So, really, I know it's a business, but from a moral standpoint, you really should treat his request with respect and really do right by him. Myles Garrett has been an absolute beast since going number 1 in 2017. He's really been the only bright spot for the Browns in the past 8 years. Him, Baker Mayfield, and Nick Chubb, essentially. So I just feel like they need to just do right by him. And eventually they will. They will, because it's kind of rare for a player of his magnitude to just come out and say, yeah, I'm done here. Please trade me. I want to win championships. The Browns management can say all that they want, but in the end, they will trade him at some point. Now, it's just a matter of how long are they going to drag it out, and are they going to make it painful for Myles Garrett? Like, hypothetically, they could wait to trade him until week 1 of the season. They could fine him for missing all of training camp, OTAs, etc., etc. So, I don't know. I hope they do right by him. I hope they don't treat him like crap. I hope they send him to a new place as soon as possible. And honestly, even from their perspective going forward, they really should try to trade him as soon as possible, because if you get to that point where it's a standoff, you lose a lot of leverage and your offers from teams aren't going to be as rich as they are right now. If you think about it, if you're a team possibly inquiring on Myles Garrett right now, you have to think that multiple other teams are giving the Browns their best offer. So you want to definitely give the Browns a respectable offer today. But if they're still not trading him in August, September, and things are getting ugly between Myles Garrett and the Browns, your offer definitely isn't going to be as rich as it was today. So what will the Browns do? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think they're going to be smart? Do you think they're going to be respectful and trade him in the next month or two? Let me know. Or do you think they're going to be the pieces of crap that they are? Let me know. If I had to make a prediction, I expect the trade to happen around draft time or a little bit before draft time. During the combine, that is when all the GMs all get together and usually meet and have a lot of talks about trades and players and whatnot. So I expect something to really facilitate around that period. And a couple years ago, a quote that Myles Garrett said is actually trending right now. He had this to say about the Eagles, quote, "Everybody would love to play for Philly. Down the line, you never know. Maybe I'll play for Philly. Can't rule anything out." I think that's definitely a real landing spot for him, especially if they don't win the Super Bowl this year. I feel like Howie, Jeffrey are going to be even more aggressive this off season. They already have been pretty aggressive the past 2-3 years, signing Saquon Barkley, acquiring AJ Brown. They haven't been shy of making big moves, and if there's mutual interest there, I think that would make a lot of sense. And plus, the Browns would probably prefer to move him to an NFC team rather than an AFC team. So imagine Jalen Carter and Myles Garrett going forward for the next 5-10 years. That would be absolutely insanity. Just think about how already good that Eagles defense is. To add Myles Garrett, dude, that'd be nuts. But a lot of great potential landing spots for Myles. Another fun one would be the Cowboys, Myles and Micah Parsons, but I don't think that will happen because Micah still needs a contract and Myles would obviously have a big contract as well. And I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing. I think that'd be a great landing spot for him, but I don't think that'll happen. And there was also a report from Diana Russini that an NFL GM told her that the Raiders should consider trading for Myles Garrett to pair him with Max Crosby. I love this move a lot, but the only thing is the Raiders are in the AFC, so I don't know if the Browns are okay with sending him to an AFC team. I hope they are, because I think that would be a great move too. Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Pete Carroll, Tom Brady. What a start for this new era of the Las Vegas Raiders if they could pull that off. That would be crazy, man. And that's the thing, when you're in a division full of pretty good QBs in Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, and of course Patrick Mahomes, why not get two elite, potentially Hall of Fame pass rushers on the same team one day? I mean, honestly, like, imagine Myles Garrett and Max Crosby teaming up. Raiders fans would be just foaming at the mouth for that to happen right now. I mean, I'd love to see that. That would be crazy stuff right there, man. And I feel like the Raiders fan base kind of deserves it to a certain extent. They've been in purgatory for quite some time, so I hope that move happens. Let me know where you think Myles Garrett should go. Really, sky's the limit. I feel like every team is going to inquire about his services one way or another. You do also have the Lions there as well. Him and Aiden Hutchinson would be great. Hopefully Hutchinson can come back to his full form. But yeah, man, sky's the limit for Myles. Can't really say the same about the Browns. Dark times for Cleveland indeed. But you let me know what you think about all this and where he'll end up and what the Browns will actually do in reality. Let me know in the comments below. If you made this far, please subscribe and like the vid. It would help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
And it just gives you a better chance of going down the field and getting the score. At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt. Chris Ivory lined up in the backfield. First down at the 34. Brandon Marshall has the grab. Just look at what the quarterback has done in this game, but it's not enough at this point to be leading in this game, Phil.
Yeah, he's going to look at the stat line and say, hey, he had an outstanding game, but they got to find a way to win. It just tells you it's not all about the quarterback. The team has to all play together. Ivory's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Third and 2. Chandler Jones gets to the quarterback.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time the defensive coordinator sends the blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
It'll be a touchback. The Jets heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative, get the defense off guard, make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity.
First down at the 31. Can't hold on here as this ball's incomplete.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Out of the gun. Jason Morrow makes the catch. Tackles made.